Talk about a new way to find slope today. As we know, we've already found slope from a graph and from a table, but now we're going to find slope just by knowing 2 points on a line. All right, all we need to know is 2 points on a line, and we can figure out what our slope is rather easily. So for example, if we have the 2 points, 2, 3, and 6, 11. Let's first of all figure out what coordinate is what. So in 2, 3, what is my x coordinate? Is my
2.
X coordinate 2 or 3?
2.
2. The x goes first, right? Which means 3 must be my what?
Y.
My y.
Why?
Okay. What about 6, 11? What's my x coordinate there? 6. And what's my y coordinate?
11.
11. Okay, and these are called ordered pairs. Ordered pairs. It's a pair of numbers that's written in order.
I knew that.
Right? Because x comes before y in the alphabet. My x coordinate is going to come before my y coordinate in my point as well. So we don't see a graph, we can't count our rise, we can't count our run. I don't really have a table to do my little arrows, but that's exactly what we're going to do, is we're going to translate these points into a little tiny table, and we're going to do what we already know how to do, okay? So this first point, 2, 3, again, my x is 2, my y is 3, right? For my second point, keep your hands to yourself. My second point, my x is 6, and my y is 11.
That's suspicious.
So we got like a little mini table. Normally we see 3 points or 4 points. Now we're only seeing 2 because we're finding the slope from just 2 points.
Plus 3, plus 8.
All right?
Plus 4, plus 8.
So now we're going to do exactly what we always do. I'm going to do my little arrows. I only have to do it once. How do I get from 3 to 11? What am I adding to 3 to get 11? 8 plus 8. That's my change in y. For my x, how do I get from 2 to 6?
Plus 4.
Plus 4. That's my change in x.
And it equal to y.
All right, so what is my fraction here going to look like again?
Y aren't you over your x, which would be 8 over 4.
Y, aren't you over your x? So I put my y, which is 8, over my x, which was 4. And what is 8 divided by 4 again? 2. So my m equals 2. Right? Not too different from what we've done. The only difference is now we're making our own table. But once we have all my numbers in the table, finding the slope is the exact same process. We've now basically learned this process 3 different times. So it should hopefully be making a lot of sense. Therefore, the slope of this line that passes through the points 2, 3, and 6, 11 is 2. Right? We've got a positive over a positive, so my slope will be positive as well. Give me a quick show of thumbs. We're following that process. Thumbs up, making sense? Okay, good. So if I look down to example A, we're going to find the slope through these 2 points. For this first point, what's my x coordinate in this first point?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. What's my y coordinate? 2. For my second point, what's my x coordinate? 2. And what's my y coordinate? Negative 4. That's right. I'm going to make a little table. Just like that. My x and my y's. I'm going to drop this down. What am I going to put in this first little x box here?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. That's my first x coordinate. Negative 3. What's the y coordinate that goes with negative 3? Positive 2. Great job. For my second point, what was my x-coordinate again? 2 with the y-coordinate of -4. I'm going to set my fraction up here, and I'm going to do my little arrows. For y, how do I get from 2 to -4? Am I getting bigger or am I getting smaller? Well, I went from a positive to a negative. Automatically, I'm getting...
+5.
-6.
There you go. We're getting smaller. If we go from a positive to a negative, we're subtracting. And Alicia says we're subtracting 6, which is absolutely right.
Oh, I thought we were doing the 3.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to that one in a second. For this one, 2 to -4 on the number line, right? If you start at 2, you go 6 spaces to the left, you end at -4. So we get -6. That's going to go on the top. Now for my x, I'm going from a negative to a positive. That means I'm getting bigger, so I know this is a plus. From 3 to 2?
+5.
Plus 5, right? Plus 5. Okay? From -3 to +2, on the number line, there's 5 spaces. That's going to be my denominator. Now 6 over 5, can I simplify that at all? No, right? But what's a negative over a positive?
A negative.
Negative. So my slope here is -6 over 5.
That's what I have.
That's good. Then you have the right answer.
And I already finished B. Long time ago.
Take a few minutes, see if you can get through B on your own. Label your X's and your Y's.
Can I use the bathroom after Ryan comes back?
After Diego comes back?
Oh, I thought Ryan went.
She already came back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No?
Ryan went to the thing you did.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, after Diego.
Yeah, when Diego comes back, yeah.
20 years later.
See if you can work through B on your own.
I already did.
Okay, you gotta be more specific.
Long.
You made the disc too.
All of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know how to label these points with X's and Y's?
I know.
One.
Okay. So we're just gonna do it like this. The first letter is an X, second letter is a Y. Two. Yep. And 2. No. So now we're going to do the arrows from 2 to 8, and then from 2 to -1. How do I get from 2 to 8? Plus is okay. And how do I get from 2 to -1? -3. Good. Look at that. You do understand.
There you go.
So what am I going to set up my fraction as? M equals what over what?
Never had.
Yep. Well, what's going to be on top? Okay, +6 over. Okay. 6 divided by 2. There you go. Yeah, you got it. See, it's like that. So, changing y goes on top. Right? So 6 should be on the top. And then 6 divided by 3 would give me 2.
Why are you crying?
Flip it around.
I'm talking to Aiden.
What's that? Yes, you.
Why weren't you at the park today? Why weren't you at the park?
So for this
I mean,
one,
yesterday. When I went there,
6
you
is my
weren't
change
there.
of y. From 2 to 8 is plus 6. That means the y should go on
I,
top.
I went like at like 7:15.
Right?
You know where
Then you
Alex
make
is?
sure we're dividing and not subtracting. Okay?
He said no.
So what's
not
my
gonna
change in
be.
y?
That does not
6
charge
my
for
change in y
anything.
was negative
Except
I
for
said because.
So see how this column says x and this says y? What's my change in
he's not bad. He just wastes his time on his stupid phone. Like literally the whole game he was on his phone. Like bro, play.
So, are you going to say that? See how it says, look, these little arrows, that's the change, right? This side is my change in y.
Bro, he could have bought, you know that Asian guy that his last name was
So
like
with y goes on the top, what number
the
should
guy
be
that was jumping hecka high.
at 6? Negative 3.
Bro, you don't remember? No, like, I don't think it was like that.
I know it's weird.
Yesterday, but the day before when I went with Alex.
Good.
Yeah, you know him? Yeah, he could have jumped and fucked the hell out of him, but he's happy. And like this. You know he's happy. No, Alex.
From 2 to negative 1. Okay, let's look at the numbers. 2 to negative 1. How many spaces is that? 1, 2, 3. To the left. So is that a plus 3 or a minus 3? Yep. Change it x to minus 3. If it was 2 to 1, then yeah, it would be minus 3. So you gotta be careful, right? This first point is an x and a y. So it should be, oh wait, so it should be negative. Yeah, the one should be negative. You got this right.
Yeah, I'm not speaking of
I
it.
don't know why I thought. Good. What'd you get? Good. Lucio.
I get the homework right now.
Good.
It's negative.
You get the homework what?
Right now.
No, right now. Just so we're talking.
Can I be the one passing it?
From 2, okay, so for this point, right, 2, 2 is an x with a y. X with a y. So it should be 2, 2, and then negative 1. All right, let's take a look. I saw a lot of correct answers, a lot of different answers, so let's make sure we're all on the same page. All right, I'm going to make my table. X with a y, right? And I'm just transplanting these points directly onto the table. That's why I'm drawing the tables vertically, so you can see exactly what we're doing. I'm taking this whole point here, 2, 2, and I'm putting it in my first row. I'm taking my second point, negative 1, 8, and I'm putting it in my second row. Do you guys see that? Yeah? So my top row is in blue, my bottom row is in pink. Right? We don't want to mix and match them and all that kind of stuff. Now I can do my arrows. My change in y from 2 to 8 would be what?
7.
Plus 6. How about from 2 to negative 1?
Minus 3.
That'd be minus 3. Right? From 2 to negative 1. Minus 3.
I thought it was a 4 because 2 times 4 or 8 or 2 divided by 8.
2 divided by 8?
Yeah, or 8 divided by 2. That's why I got this.
Where did you get 8 divided by 2?
I think it's my turn to go to the bathroom. I from 2 to 8, I thought it was 4.
Oh, you're thinking multiplication. We got to think adding. Yeah. Go ahead. All right, so my slope is going to be, what number is going to go on top? The minus 3 or the plus 6? Positive 6. What's going to go on the bottom? Minus 3. Okay, let's stop, please. What is 6 divided by negative 3? Just 2? Negative 2. All right. So for the worksheet, you're doing the same exact thing. You're making a little table. My first point goes first. My next point goes next. plus 4 plus 4. Just like that. There's number 140. Okay. Make sure you guys are doing the front and the back.
There's no back.
I know.
Where I know. You still not gonna say you don't know where I